It's 5:15 in the morning. We're here in the studio. Welcome, everybody, to the One More Thing Tech Podcast. Now, you might notice, this morning I'm not up. This morning I'm not jumping around. This morning I'm not screaming into my microphone. Does that mean that this is going to be a horrible episode? Maybe Quasi's low on energy. Well, you'd be wrong, all right? I'm your host, Quasi.
And I'm Adam.
As always, we have an amazing episode planned today. Yeah, we started off a little bit different. I just didn't want to blow you guys' eardrums out today. You know what I mean? I wanted to give you an opportunity to heal and rest up before I break everybody's car, speakers the next episode. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Adam,
I have some
what have we
things
got today? Go ahead.
Well, I got things to talk about before we even start the episode, Quasi.
Oh, okay.
So, I heard some rumors of some, potential rumblings in the certain apartment complex that you're in right now. Is there anything that come to truth with that at all, or
I don't know what you're referring to.
perhaps some things that were happening above your apartment that was causing some ruckus?
Oh, above my apartment. I thought you said
Yes.
department.
No.
Let me tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what was going on last night, but I have some professional upstairs neighbors, right? So I get back to my apartment at 10:30, right? I asked my roommates, yo, do you hear all that ruckus? They're like, yeah, it's been going on since 6 p.m. 6 p.m.? And they're still going, right? And so I was like, okay, right? It gets to a point where it's all a lot of banging and stuff, right? But it gets to the point where the cadence gets to something like this. Hold on. So I don't know what they could have possibly been doing at 1 a.m. to be making these types of noises, but yeah, I have a lack of sleep. And it will be addressed today. It will not go unaddressed because I think it's absolutely outrageous that you would do this since 6 p.m. And not just that, but, the apartment has a policy of quiet hours, right? Quiet hours start at 10 p.m. I should not be arriving to my dorm or to my apartment after 10 p.m. and hearing such things. You know what I mean?
Even playing Pokemon cards, it doesn't use that much sound. So I don't understand what could
they might have been doing
a
a full track workout or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
Well, there's places to do that and times to do that. And that was not the time or place.
Absolutely
Sounds
not.
like. So I have a little story to tell you. I was on the way in this morning, which was, if you can believe, really early. And I'm driving. I'm like, man, what is tickling my arm? Because there should be nothing besides me in the car, right?
Right.
And this spider, this big, was on my arm.
Oh, no. I would have crashed the car, I'm going to be honest.
I almost did twice. But what I ended up doing is, I don't know if you ever watched the movie Nothing to Lose. There's a certain spot where that kind of happened to that guy. But anyway, I'm smacking this thing, and it's still kind of, the guts are on my pants still. So anyway, it lands on my pants because the first swat doesn't really take care of the issue. It's still there trying to escape death. And then I'm swatting as hard as I can. And it just, it stopped breathing for sure. But not the kind of thing you want to have happen to you on the way in to do a podcast recording. And almost seeing death, because there was cars coming, semi coming, of course, and there's a ditch that's, you can fall into, not probably see yourself anymore on the right side of me. So experienced let me tell you this, if that was my wife, she would have absolutely screamed so loud that I would be able to hear it from here at the house that we're in right now. So I'm just letting you know, I took care of the problem, but it wasn't in the most graceful way. I didn't yell and scream. I'm just like, what? And I looked down like, oh my gosh, I hit my arm and it falls down, took care of it, and I flicked it off to the floor. So, and then here's the thing, I can't find evidence of this at all happening besides my pants having this stain right now.
We don't want to see that, Adam. We believe you, okay?
I'm not saying that no one's going to believe me. What I'm saying is I will make sure I took care of the problem. Because what if I just partially it, it's going to come back for revenge when I get back in the car and, at this podcast. I don't know.
All of his children are still alive, laid eggs. So that actually reminds me. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna get to the actual content here in a second, but that reminds me of a time when I was still in Guam. Right? There's this thing called a huntsman spider. Let me actually look that up for you.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Let me show
They
you
look
this.
skeptical and devious at all times, just all times. And I don't know what their demeanor is, but that's what they do. Like they just,
So this is the spider, right? And
yeah,
it's not a small spider by any means.
no.
It's yeah. This is actually a good picture, just depicting the size right here.
Picture a
Right.
pizza box, a large pizza box. It's almost taking the whole thing up. Okay, just so you know, that's a good.
So here's the thing,
Yeah.
right? Me and my brother were like helping because my dad's a pastor, right? So we were helping move some stuff into the church kind of late at night. It was like 7 p.m., right? So it was already dark outside. And we're going up the stairs, right? And as we're going up the stairs, my brother goes up first. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see the spider. And I'm like, Quabna, go, right? That's his name. His name's Quabna. I'm like, Quabna, go, right? Now, I love my brother because me and my brother, we're always locked in, right? He knows that if I'm telling him to do something, it's because we need to do it, right? So we sprint up the stairs, right? My dad's like, "What's going on?" Right? We show him the spider, and now all of a sudden we can't go downstairs for a good hour or two because the spider's just guarding the path. Anyway, when the spider left, we went home that night. We didn't even attempt to kill the spider because the thing about huntsman spiders is they will
Airsoft
jump
guns.
at you. They will
Airsoft
jump
guns.
at you. Like
Oh,
you
I
can't
know.
throw your shoe at it.
Oh no. If you do, you better be as accurate as a Mexican parent. Let me tell you that much.
Literally. You miss once and it's all over for you. That spider will come back from revenge, and that's just something you don't want.
I couldn't even tell you what the spider was today because it was dark in the car. All I know is that like it's like butt area. It was like it had a white on it. So I don't know what that
Mm.
means. But, it was large. Like it was at least of a size. It was like a little bit larger, I would say, than a Gatorade bottle cap. Had to be larger than that though. That's just my
That's not too
assumption.
big, so that's not crazy. It is. Don't get me wrong; it's pretty big.
All I know is I felt it like that much on my arm when it was tickling
Ooh,
me. So that's what I do know. So it might be larger than the Apple Watch Ultra, the new one. So I don't know.
that's
Didn't
not
didn't want
fun.
didn't like that at all. There's one more story, Quace, like you did, divulge if you don't mind, and that is a certain flag football pass that turned into a
No, 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 no. I
nightmare.
wasn't playing flag football. I
Oh,
was
okay.
playing
Never mind
capture the
then.
flag. Right, we were
Sorry.
playing capture the
Sorry.
flag at my friend's house, and he has about 20 acres of land. Right, it's a really nice property. Right, they built a pond into this property. It's got like a trail area. It's got a big open area. Right, so we were playing capture the flag, and it's not very often that I like to go at top speed, right? Because my top speed, I'm not slow by any means, right? But I just don't like to sprint very often because it's not great for sustaining. But somebody had my flag, and I had to get my flag back, so I was going full speed, right? So I'm following this dude, right? All of a sudden he cuts out of the way, right? I'm like, why is he zigzagging, right? I go through a tree, and Adam, it's not like a full tree. It's not like a big oak tree. It's like a tree that was like maybe in its teenage years. I just plow right through
Waiting
it.
for this moment for its entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that's one time I ran through a tree. I ran through like four trees, right? But the unfortunate part was a lot of the other trees I ran through were fully grown and they had a
Mm.
bunch of bristles and thorns.
Mm.
Not a fun experience. Let me put it like that.
That can be good for anybody. Okay.
Hurt.
I just want to get some good stories out of the way for the weekend, and even on a Monday morning too, if you can believe that. Okay, so Quasi, sorry for like calling you on that. I'm not sure if you really wanted to say
No,
that out loud, but
I completely forgot to say it, so I appreciate that.
oh, okay. Well, guys, we have a lot to talk about today, and we're trying to go through it in the least amount of time possible because you have a day to get to, and so do we. Okay, so Quasi, I'm not sure if you've been following the news with the iPhone 17 base models up to the Pro models in the Apple stores, having some issues with scratching. Have you heard about that yet?
I thought it was just the Pro models. I hadn't seen it on the regular iPhone 17, but then again, I'm not really looking at the regular iPhone 17 because I'm currently doing a report on the iPhone Air for one of my classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all models, I really think, except the Air. Now, here's just a fun little thing that I did over when I went to the Apple Store last week. And by the way, I'm going to give you an update on that too. It's not a little story, quick story. So my Apple Watch had this weird issue where, with the battery optimization turned on, it would not get past 80% during the night. So what it's supposed to do is, when your alarm time is set for your sleep schedule, it's supposed to then charge up to 100%. I was not doing that; it did not work.
Right.
And I had an Apple appointment and went there. And at first, I thought it was all hopes were not going to happen at all. One person was asked, an Apple Genius Bar employee, if there's anything they could think about to fix this. And they're like, "Oh yeah, they had my watch just last week. Here's how I fixed it." So they actually told me how to fix it, and the fix is you have to wipe your watch, which sucks, and then you have to start from new. You cannot use a backup. I'm like, there's just no way that's going to
That
work,
really
but okay,
sucks.
I'll try it. You know, if it's going to fix this, I don't care. So, anyways, I did just that. I'm happy to report that fixed it. So I don't care if I had to restart from scratch. That's okay. I did it and it's working, and I'm just so thankful because I hate leaving my house. My watch is at 80%. I know it's
Right.
going to last the rest of the day. I get that. It's just in my head that is not acceptable for when I first leave my house, right? It's like hanging your shoe on tight all day. It's not going to be good for anybody. And you're going to have a problem at some point with that. And you're going to know it's untied. So I hate that. So anyway,
That's true.
I got that all fixed. Let's get back in the news. Sorry.
All right,
So
let's do it.
in my visit to the Apple Store, I was going to bring up though, when I seen some of these issues and heard about this, I looked in like most models in the store, and not one of them has scratch. Maybe people are more careful here, but I saw no scratches. I also did two more tests in the Apple Store. One is I did do a bin test, the iPhone Air, which I know sounds risky, but I got sanction from an Apple employee to try it. They're that confident, Quasey. That's not going to break.
Yeah, they should
And
be.
I put an enormous amount of pressure on this thing. Now, I didn't like go on the table and like do like a suplex like that you see in WWE. I didn't do that, but I just bent as hard as I could in both ways, even on the screen. Nothing even came close to having a problem. And once again, I'm very impressed with that. Secondly, the iPhone Pro models with the ceramic back to it, I heard people say that you can just kind of push it, and it was like really fragile in the sense right there. Not where it's going to break, but it's like not sturdy enough, so you can like press like a button. I did
Right.
that, and I did find a slight press of a button experience on the Pro models and Pro Maxes. So is it as bad as say it is? Not really, but it's a thing. So I guess the question is, has Apple addressed this, and what are they going to do about this? The answer is yes. Apple has officially stated, and Quasi, I'm going to let you read this part. What do they say, Quasi?
Okay, so I'm reading something in Japanese, Korean.
This isn't the 95 article? You see
This
like
is
the
in
little
95
like quote?
I'm like, let me see if I can find a quote. Is it the one that says Apple tells me?
Yes.
Okay. Apple tells me, or a quote from 9 to 5 Mac states that Apple tells me it has determined that these imperfections are caused by worn MagSafe stands in some stores. It also clarifies that the marks aren't scratches, but rather material transfer from the stand to the phone that is removable with cleaning. The company says it's working to address these problems at the stores, presumably by replacing the worn MagSafe stands. Other iPhones on display are also affected by this, including iPhone 16 models. Which would make sense if it truly is the stands instead of the phones.
I have seen some of these scratches and some pictures, and I don't know if I believe that's the case every time because there's a clear chip in the actual, casing. So, but all that being said, it's interesting that the next image down is some iPhones with a security kind of like thing on it. Interesting. I wonder why they do that. In every Apple stores
Do you
I've
not
ever
see
been
that?
into, no, I've never seen Apple ever put that on a phone ever. I go to
I
like
haven't gotten a lot of
I've been
them.
to like at least 6 Apple stores. I don't know. There's way more than that, but I have not seen that. It's just you can just take it, pick up, walk around the store with it if you want to.
Oh,
So, any
that's not
case,
like that at my Apple store.
really,
Yeah, the ones in New Jersey is it's not like that at all.
well, that might be a reason to have it there, but I don't know. I've been to like places that you wouldn't think they would have it just freely like that, but they just do. There's a lot of Apple employees there that can take care. But if you take an
If you're an Apple,
iPhone,
yeah, you can't even get that far with it because
yeah, that
first off, let me tell you something right now. Do not steal from Apple. They know everything. You have to log into the phone with your Apple ID, and don't you think they know that this was a store model phone?
well, there's also a different version of iOS 26 on these
Yeah.
devices. That
And
is
when
a
you
demo
go away
mode,
from the store and disconnect from the store's Wi-Fi, it actually tells you to return the phone. Fun fact.
and it also
Not speaking from
disables the phone.
experience. Yeah.
It disables it too, so you can't even use it. So, not a smart move. So they really want you to see how it is when you get there. But in any case, so I've seen people say it's like crazy, Quasi. And can we go ahead and share some of the images on this, just so people can see this? And for the audio listeners, this segment is just really going to have to be something you have to watch on YouTube.
I just closed the thing for some reason.
I would advise against that completely.
Oop. I'm not scrolling.
We can zoom in some of these just so we can show the audience this. If you've not seen these yet, these are some of these scratches and transfers of materials, as they say.
That's not a photo of it. This is a good one.
That's a good one. And there's some Twitter images too as well.
Yeah. I mean, I opened it and it did not open with the thing. Let's try.
Well, we might have to zoom in on some of that because it's a little hard to see from this angle. Okay. Yep. I mean, they're not wrong. There's things happening for sure. No doubt about it. And that's probably what it is. You think they'd figure that out before they actually,
Yeah.
have it on display,
Ship
but
it
that's
out,
okay.
yeah.
Well, it's hard to know that because they're doing all this tests like before it gets to the store, which
Right.
they're just going to assume it's not going to be an issue at all. Any case, that is the very first topic, Quasi. How about you start the next one?
All right. So actually, the second one is about one of our favorite features on the iPhone, Apple Intelligence. You see, I might be the funniest person I know because. So there seems
Are
to
you
be a
shocked?
bug.
Are you sure there's even
No.
a bug at all, Quasi?
Adam,
See,
I
we
think
love
I'd be
Apple.
more shocked if it was a perfect rollout. You know what I mean? I think I'd be completely shocked if there was no issues.
We love Apple. This is the one area that we consistently have said there's issues with it. And, I don't even have any confidence in iOS 26 they fix a lot of issues. I don't, because they haven't focused on their energy to do that. And they don't have to wait to an actual, dub to even fix it. All they got to do is throughout the year, how about you have a team, I don't know, that is just dedicated to Apple Intelligence that just does repairs and fixes. Like they're acting like the Samsung R&D department. I mean, seriously. I don't understand. And it's okay. Anyway, Quasi, carry on. Sorry.
So there seems to be a bug that is preventing some iPhone 17 users from being able to, download the wonderful Apple Intelligence on their new devices. And, they can't get Genmoji or Image Playground or Writing Tools. And, the Writing Tools is the only good one. Oh, I lied. I actually really like Genmoji. I've used it a couple of times. But I don't like the fact that you can't send it to Android people without it being it'll turn into a little photo. I don't like that. But, it's really it's really unfortunate for them. But there are some fixes. If you turn off your cellular and join a Wi-Fi network, it might work. If you change your iPhone's language and then change it back, it might work. If you wipe the iPhone and then reinstall from an iCloud backup, sort of like what Adam had to do with his watch, but you can actually restore it, that might work. Try turning airplane mode on and off. or change the region and reset your network settings, or if all that fails, just wipe your phone, reset everything, and it might work. I'm not
That
guaranteeing it.
is
But it might work.
literally every possible way to, like, I don't know, for me, if I had to wipe and reinstall from iCloud backup, it takes forever. That's just the thing for me. So that
Well,
part would
Adam,
suck for me.
you have a terabyte of storage and you almost use all of it. So I
Yeah,
just don't
I
think
don't know
the
why
regular
people.
person.
I'm not sure how anybody can have not a terabyte. I mean, I am right now. Let's just look, because now I really have to know how much storage is left. 0.82 gigs. I've reduced some apps and things out of 1 terabyte. It's just interesting, but we do what we can. But yeah, this to me is a dumb thing. I don't know why it's getting worse on the new models. It's kind of weird, and only not happening on the new ones. I mean, it's only happening on the new ones, not the other ones. It's very interesting. So I don't know what this is all about. I wish that, like, by next year, this is a complete rollout where they're done. It's working great, and it's just it's ready to finally go. I mean, there are people that are not going to cancel their Chat GPT subscription because this is just not working yet. Basically, right?
So if you have a Chat GPT subscription, I really want to know why, right? I just don't understand
Well,
the
you get more
appeal.
models, you get more
But it's
deeper
also
dives
$20
into
a
searching.
month.
It's expensive. That's why I pay for Grok. I think Grok is I mean, I'm not saying Chat GPT is not a good solution. It's really good what it does. I'm not saying that whatsoever. For me, it's the price. First month is far more expensive than it should be. That's all. I don't think you
Know
get a
about
lot of
like
stuff.
what you get for $20 a month. Okay, maybe the price is fair. I'm just saying most people don't need that.
It
Actually,
just, for me, it's too
I'd say
much.
99% of people don't need that.
Grok, though, however, is like $7 a month and offers an amazing amount of features. And people might argue that it's not as good as ChatGPT. Maybe it's not. For what I use it for, I really like it a lot. That's just me, though. Okay,
That's
so in
fair.
any case, that's Apple Intelligence. There's a bug with it. So if you have an iPhone 17 Pro and so on, this is how you can get those things fixed. And let us know in the comments if this happens to you and what you did to fix it. Which one of these little list of items actually fixes it? Okay,
Right.
Quasi. This stuff I forgot all about. Hey, I really thought this was all back, like, way back in the day. This is happening. This is just kind of done. It looks like that the executive order has been approved for the sale of TikTok in the U.S.
To be extended one more time.
Well, yeah. So, like, it looks like it's a one big company that's like Oracle, Silver Lake, Abdu Dubai based GX Investments, and so on, might be the one who's going to purchase ByteDance in the United States. So I don't know the exact timing of this is going to be, but it's valued at $14 billion. I had no idea $14 billion is what it's worth. Did you?
Yes, I did.
14? That's a lot. That's a lot of money. I can't count that high. It's a lot.
Absolutely not. That
Nor do I
you might
want to
hurt
count that
yourself
high.
trying.
Yeah. Oh, man, I don't want to. In any case, so I hope it's not banned again. That was silly that even was a thing. No one understands that there's way more people and companies that are social networks that do far more stealing of your information than TikTok
Agreed.
does. And I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying I'm not worried as much with TikTok. Are you? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I mean, back when the ban first started, not really. I wasn't worried at all because I didn't use TikTok at the time. But now, unfortunately, I have a streak with somebody on TikTok, so I have to log in every day so that my streak doesn't go away. I don't even want to be on TikTok, to be honest with you. I just
I
kind
do
of
like it for entertainment. I kind of do.
I prefer YouTube Shorts, and I know
That's
a
not a bad
controversial
option either.
opinion to most, but I just think it's a great option. You know.
I think for me, the algorithm with TikTok is a lot better. It's just my opinion. I think the
It
content
might
that they
be.
have is not bad on YouTube Shorts. It's actually quite nice. I just think for me, it's a little more tailored to what I want to watch and related content, and pasted that up a little bit better. So I get like some things on YouTube Shorts. You're like, I have never ever purchased this product or anything in this category or this service.
Like, why are they recommending this to me?
And it's not, yeah, I don't get that. Maybe they're paying extra money that week for ads. I don't know. But I want something more relevant. If you're going to use that information to get a, here's Adam's, what he likes and what he wants to watch, maybe push that stuff. I don't know. I mean, I like iPhones, like Apple stuff, and have not seen one Apple ad on YouTube Shorts ever, Because I'm going to buy it. That's why they have to advertise it.
Yeah, you don't even have to advertise.
That's probably why. Any case, so I don't even know what the price tag is that they're talking about, but they have 120 days to close a deal. That's what I do know. So I just want to know, do you think this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing? Do you think it's going to be I don't know. I'm just a little bit scared about this.
I personally don't like it.
I don't.
So my thing is, what was I about to say? The model's going to be retrained, right? When they do it, and the issue with that is now, because it's like a U.S. company that's owning it. It's just first off, the algorithm might not be as good. Second, it brings into play like, what if they start censoring things? You know what I mean? Like the other day, Jimmy Kimmel was taken off the air. And, a lot of people liked the decision, a lot of people didn't. I was indifferent about it. Sure, he was my favorite talk show host because we have the same birthday, but, I don't really watch late night shows. So, but there was like a big question about censoring around that. And while this show isn't political, I do think that if the algorithm changes on TikTok and things start getting censored, then it's just not going to be a good app anymore. And everybody should switch to Instagram Reels.
That's the one reason why I still like X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
That app is unhinged. I think that app needs a little bit of censorship.
I should clarify on some things. So I am not saying that I want to see some content that others would find really inappropriate. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm more saying is, like, let's say there's a news article about a certain thing that's happening in the United States, or unfortunately, a different, mass shooting and stuff like that. There's a lot of ways the media in the United States will try to persuade you to think that this is happening in this way, right? Or this is a certain political party in charge of this. It's all about agendas and all this other stuff, right? One of the things I like about TikTok and I like about Twitter is you get some of those still, but you get the broad range of maybe some news articles that aren't biased about certain things. And I like that concept because, keep this in mind. If you do not know this, like every news network in the United States is owned by like 9 corporations. Or I think less than that now. I think it's 4.
Yeah,
so
really
there's going to be some swaying in how they want to portray that news article to you. Because I think the news wants to impose fear and disaster and all stuff, and that's why, like, for me, I don't like watch news as much. I want to be informed about things, absolutely, but it's like the way they push that, and I've discussed this before, people, to make this a little more happy exit with this. The way the news does stuff, Quasey, to me, this is why I don't like watching the news. Just say what you're going to talk about in a way that makes sense to me, and not like drag it on like a Dragon Ball Z episode. I hate when they go like this. Okay, there's to give you like a quick little glimpse. Goku could be screaming for 4 episodes before he actually fights somebody.
Okay.
That seems like very exaggeration,
Sounds
but
awesome.
It takes a long time for something to happen in that show. Any case, one thing that they might do is they'll say, "What you must know about milk tonight at 10." Ooh, I hate that. Just tell me now. It's like those stupid ads on Facebook you'll see or somewhere else where it's those clickbait things. Oh my gosh, this person has health concerns. Click here to find out more. Just say what it is.
I'm saying, it could have been the headline. Ugh. Maybe I'll click on it after the headline. Maybe you put out there, a striking new drug named yada yada reduces belly fat. Okay, that sounds cool. I'll click on it to learn more. I don't want you to drag it out.
Yeah, well, not only that, okay, why does it take the weather guy 42 and a half minutes to tell you the 4-day forecast? A 7-day
Couldn't
forecast.
tell you. I've
That
never watched
takes
the weather on the news.
way
Like,
too long.
since
I'm not saying that people suck. I'm not saying what they're
Look at
doing
him.
sucks. What I'm saying
Peak
is,
game. 2 seconds.
I know.
That's all
That's
I
what I
need.
try to tell people. I have a guy at work. His name starts with a C. So I'm going to say that he will much rather watch the news. But I'm like, by the time you've watched the whole news segment, I've seen all that information
Yeah, I know
and
all
the
the
weather
information already.
in less than 5 minutes. Because I don't always have 45 minutes to look through all this stuff before I go to work. I mean, I kind of do, but I use the time for like my server updates and all the stuff I do in the meantime, podcast stuff. I mean, I'm always thinking about the podcast throughout the week, Quasey, which is a great thing. But, you know,
can confirm.
I have so much time. And, I mean, I send Quasey articles all the time about certain things and just things like this that, like, I don't have much time. And people, the news needs to be aware of this. Like, maybe at the nighttime news when people are home, that's a different story. But the morning, stop dragging
Yeah,
it
they need
out.
like a
Just
Spark
tell
Notes
me.
version.
You know, and not only that, like I said, if it's a specific news network that has to discuss something about an opposing view, they don't always do that the best of ways. That's the best way I'll say without making it too political.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything's
You know,
biased nowadays.
Well, yeah, Fox or this has
show,
their own
we're
way.
biased about Apple versus.
We are. But you know,
Samsung, so.
but here's the thing, as you just said about Apple Intelligence, we will also bash Apple when it's necessary.
This is true.
In the good way, but like in a way that makes sense because we're trying to have them prove they can do this without being so bad sometimes. Like the Apple Intelligence rollout is bad, and I don't think anybody can say it is. That's doing great. It's better than it used to be, but it could be better. So this is a way for them to improve their services and offerings because if the common people, and we know people watch this podcast to work at Apple, if this is something they listen to, they get that viewpoint where maybe like, hey guys, you know, maybe we should just do something about this so people aren't so upset about it. Apple PR usually does whatever they can to make things look great at Apple. And this is one of the examples where they're just not improving. I wish they did. Like Siri, also a great example, you know? So, any case, I know we went off a little topic with this, but with TikTok, though, they've been improved to sell. We're not sure who exactly or the exact value, but they have 120 days to figure that out. Okay. This one shocked me, Quasey. This next one. Do you want to tell the audience what I'm talking about?
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me actually start with a little bit of backstory. Have you heard of BJ's, Adam? Is there BJ's up
I
here?
have.
This place that we live in, Illinois. Oh, good lord, I couldn't remember the name of Illinois.
There
BJ's near
is,
there.
I think. I don't even know though. I can't even confirm that.
Is there like a Sam's Club? I'm trying to talk about Costco, guys. Forget the backstory. So it seems like in the U.S. and the U.K., Costco has removed one of the best consoles of all time. That console being the Xbox Series X and S, not just the Series X. And you know, they were like, we don't have. Somebody called Costco, and they were like, we don't have any plans going forward to carry an Xbox console, and that it was a business decision.
Yep.
This is not looking good.
Now here's the thing about this, Quasey. I read this article, and my very first thought was this. I don't know a single person at all that went to Costco and purchased their Xbox. That's the first thing. I'm not saying that you can't, because they have a good selection of electronics, of course. But it's not a thing that I am vastly like, oh, this is the worst thing I've ever heard that they're not going to do this. But at the same time, it does scare me a little bit. You're still muted, by the way. And it does scare me a little bit because this could carry on to other places like Best Buy, Targets, Walmarts, and so on and so on. And if you're asking, why is Costco dipping out of the Xboxes? Well, it's because of the new price increase that we talked about last episode. I don't know if they've just agreed on a good price because one thing to note, places that sell these consoles do not make a lot of money. Okay, just so you know. The consoles, there's very little profit in the consoles. They make money off accessories and games. So to have that even reduced more, I mean, there is a price increase, of course, right? But now what they're trying to say is that price point's not good. You can't be competitive with things. Why are you doing this? And they're trying to make some adjustments so it's not so expensive, but both people can be happy, and they're not agreeing on that, basically. But I do like how they're making their stance because this is the second price increase from Xboxes that we've seen this year, and I'm not happy about it. You would think that with tariffs and stuff, they would kind of figure out what they have to raise it to the first time and not do it again.
Literally.
I think that's the reason why. So I think the first time they increased the prices, it was, they're like, okay, whatever, we got to do what we got to do. Now it's, the 2 terabyte one is like $90 increase or whatever it was. It's really high up there. So it's a bit concerning, but that's something that I wasn't expecting to see happen, but we'll see how it plays out. We'll see if they'll bend at Microsoft and just make things look right and bring it back. Fun fact, this is not in the show notes, Quasey. Did you see another news article that stated that the Xbox LAX actually sold out completely in the first, I think, 4 or 5 hours of pre-orders? And I did post on my Twitter account, my personal one, the prices. I leaked it earlier on, a day before, obviously. And the prices were pretty accurate. But it's like $1,000 for this, device. It's a 1 terabyte model, 24 gigs of RAM, and pretty nice specs. As I said before, that's something that's going to be. I strongly think this is going to be the way consoles are going to be in the near future because although the ones we have now are nice, good GPUs and all this other stuff, the portability factor, like Nintendo's doing, is going to be the way it's going to go. I mean, do you agree with that, Quasey? I think we discussed this before, maybe not. But
I mean, so what I'm seeing is that the $999 price tag is a cash grab. But me personally, I think that just being able to bring an actual Xbox with you on the go, like unless you're trying to play online games, which you probably shouldn't be trying to do if you're on the go with an Xbox. Why would you try to play an online game in a car? You're not going to get the best. You can use your phone's hotspot, but let me tell you something, Adam. There will be some dead spots on that road.
I know. I'm fully aware.
I'm just saying it's not a good idea if you're a player like me who takes it too serious. You know what I mean? Like when my NBA 2K game starts lagging, and you're in the room, you're gonna be like, "Yo, what's wrong with Quasey? What's wrong with him?"
I think what you're saying, though, is not nearly as an issue as it used to be. Because you do realize the online play for gaming does not require intense networks like it used to. Like, you could have a LTE plan of 10 or 20 down and still probably play that game without any issues. So, they've really reduced where it requires to do that. Like, in the past, it was a huge issue, right? And I'm not saying there won't be any lag. What I am saying, though, is I think it's not as big a problem as it used to be. And here's the thing about that. Maybe you go to your friend's house, maybe you go to your grandma's or whatever the case, right? Plug that thing into a dock and hook up to a TV and use your controller if you want to. Or just hook up to straight Ethernet and have a great day. I love that concept a lot. I mean, right now, if you told me, here's the Xbox Series X, I don't have one yet, or the LIX, I'm probably picking the LIX. Now, one issue with it, it's no OLED screen. They should fix that a lot. But besides all that, the whole portability thing of it is the way it's going to go. I would say the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to see every console have that same experience. I mean, we already see that Sony's going to do it too. They already have one almost finished and ready to go, like a new PSP almost. And I want to see that because so cool. It was a way ahead of its time. It was incredible console.
Know about ahead of its time because Nintendo
it was.
the 3DS out at the same time. And if I
Crazy.
had to choose either the PSP or the 3DS, you best believe that I'm choosing the 3DS, because the 3DS had all the same games, but it had 2 screens and it also had Mario. Right?
Crazy.
PSP did not have Mario.
I'm not saying that is not a good console. I am saying, though, is the specs, performance, or what it had to offer in a PSP was the speakers were incredible. The screen was incredible. I mean, it would play games
Did
on.
you have a 3DS?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was kind of blurry at times on the screen.
Ooh.
Put a thing in 3D mode.
There.
3D mode, put a thing in 3D mode, and just
You must
just
have had the
turn your head
bad
a little bit.
3DS. Because they
No.
came out with a new 3DS that
I had
actually
the XL.
No. There was a 3DS, a 3DS XL, and then there was literally a one titled the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL, and both of those ones came with the camera that actually tracked your eyes, so
That's
that
what I
when
had.
you moved your head,
Yeah.
the 3D wouldn't be as bad. Anyway, I had a 2DS and I never played games in 3D, so
Well, I didn't really either. I didn't like it, but it's not because I don't like 3D. It's just because
I thought it was a game,
I
to be honest.
just chose not to do that, I guess. But
Yeah.
for me, what I'm just trying to get is like spec wise, it was phenomenal, and they should bring it back because I don't know why they stopped it. I thought the PSP sales in those games did quite well. Maybe I'm not hearing this
I
correctly,
think they
but
might have
that's
just
what I
moved
thought.
on to bigger and better things.
I think so too, but they should bring it back. This is the prime time where everybody else is doing it. Everybody's doing it.
Everybody.
I mean, if Nintendo can, their entire console now and all their games are on a handheld that you play docked, and now Xbox is doing the same thing. Now it's Sony's turn, and I just want to see, like, I don't want to see the Steam Deck 2 come out so badly, Quasi, because now with everybody that has things out now, Valve is going to blow them all away and make the best console you'll ever buy. I just think so. That's just my
That's
opinion.
a
But
strong opinion.
I just have a feeling they're going to. They did it the first time. They'll do it again. Not that I'm saying that that like the other ones suck. I'm just saying.
No, that's pretty
Yeah.
much what you're saying.
No, it's not what
I'm
I'm saying at all. I just like between the software and the hardware, it works incredibly well, and it's easy to use and it's just fantastic. So, any case, that being said, you might be able to see your Xbox at Costco. So if you're going there,
Well, I
with a
forgot
gift card
that's
to
what
buy
we were
it.
talking about.
That's something that's going to be gone, coming very soon. They might sell what they have now so they can get rid of their stock, but I don't know. So you might see some deals with Costco.
Yeah, you might see
I
some
don't know.
deals, guys. Go
Maybe.
check your local Costco. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but go check your local Costco.
Speaking of
Deals, oh, we had the same idea.
now
Speaking of
we
deals.
have not typically really talked about sales and deals in the podcast. I thought this is a great opportunity to maybe do that and just see what the audience thinks overall. But very soon, Quasi, we're going to see Amazon's October Prime Day. Now, Quasi, what day is that? What day is
October
that?
7th through the 8th,
So it's
I
coming up.
believe.
Oh my gosh, it's coming up very, very soon. So that being
Yeah.
said, as you have probably seen in the past and will see almost every time, there's these pre-deals with Amazon that come up before the day of, so you take advantage of that. It's not crazy. Have you been on Amazon and purchased anything in the last 4 days?
In the last 4 days, no.
I have. I bought 3 things actually.
What did you get?
Well, there's a little backstory with this. I think Anchor is unfortunately just degrading as a company. The products are really suffering in the quality, cords, chargers, battery packs, the whole works.
So you bought something from Anchor.
I did not.
Oh.
No.
What'd you buy it
Basis.
from?
I bought a
Who?
Basis 100-watt Basis. You know that thing this morning that flew on my backpack and got dinged up really bad?
I
That
do remember that.
That's Basis. I bet it still works so just fine. So Basis is a company that makes power banks, chargers, and various other different charging devices. And I was like, I've had 8 times this Anchor 100-watt power brick. Just doesn't work like it should. It just has little issues, and it's not that old. It's like a year old. Now come on now. So I'm like, you know what? Basis, I bought a power bank from them 5 years ago. and the battery capacity is still like it's still 100% right now, and it still works great and it'll last forever. So I love what they do. So I bought some of their chargers. I use it to charge my devices. It's phenomenal chargers, like their cords and stuff. I'm like, I'm going to buy some of their new chargers, and they have them on sale, and they're absolutely wonderful. And they're like, I got a 100-watt, 2 USB-C and 1 USB-A power adapter, like plug in the wall, for $30, Quasey. That's pretty good price, and it works really well. So far, I've only had it for like 4 days, or 2 days now, but it's nice. So anyway, I just want to bring up some of the things that we see right now that, and not go through the entire list because there's all kinds of listings of things that are on sale. So I guess here's what I want to try, Quasey. Of this list, and we can share a screen at this point too. Let's name our top 5 things that are on sale right now that the audience might like. And I'll go with mine first.
Wait, but of this list? I feel like there's only 5 things on this list.
Are you in the Mashable article?
Yeah, there's only 5 things on this list.
If you scroll, there is 100,000.
No.
Not 100,000. There's a lot.
There's probably 30. Okay, go ahead.
So my first one, which happens to be the very first one, is the MacBook Air M4, 16 gig of RAM, which is not the best storage, but for $80, it's $200 off. That's pretty nice. I like that the Beast Studio Buds are $80. The Beast Studio Buds.
The Beat Studio Buds, okay.
Yeah, you save $70 with that thing.
That's like half.
It's pretty
off.
nice.
Oh, it's about 47%.
Then, of course, we see some AirPods Pros on sale as well, Quasey. Save $10 to $50 there. Apple Watch, oh my gosh. We have the Series 10 and Series 11 on sale for up to $70. I'll bring up one more question.
The Series 11 is only $10 off.
Up to, because the Series 10 is $70 off. Ooh, that's nice. Oh my gosh. The iPad Pro, Quasey, is $100 off. Man, it's nice. Okay. What's yours, Quasey? What's some deals?
Right, so obviously the nice? MacBook Pro, the 16-inch one that you're saving $250 on. That's number one. And number 2 would be, I think you said the AirPods, but I don't know which one you said. So I'm going to go AirPods Pro 2. Right now, these are all things that I would purchase if I didn't have them already. Right. Third would be the iPad Pro. I actually don't have an iPad Pro. But did you know that they're only giving off $10 off the iPad Mini? And at that point, it's like you're losing money if you choose the iPad Mini over anything else. So I can't recommend the iPad Mini today, but I can recommend all the iPad Pros that are getting up to $50 off.
Mind you, these deals right now that we're saying are the pre-deals. So the Prime Day deals on October 7th, we think they're going to be a lot better pricing than this. Hopefully, right? These are just like the pre-Prime deals.
And then for my number 5, this Kindle Unlimited. Let me tell you something about Kindle Unlimited, right? I don't know if you guys remember a couple episodes ago, I came on here and I gave it a lot of praise, right? Because I got back into reading because of Kindle Unlimited, right? And so if they're giving out 3 free months, then I need you to stop what you're doing and go get you 3 free months of Kindle Unlimited. You know what I mean?
What's it cost otherwise after that?
It's $11-ish a month, maybe 12.
Is that with a discount or that's just base?
I think that's the base. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it looks like it's $11.99 a month.
That's not terrible.
That's not horrible at all.
Would you say that there's a lot of great options for books on there? And does that include audiobooks as well? Wait.
There's
comics, magazines. Wow.
Yeah, I mostly read comics, so that's what I'm on there for. But yeah, there's a lot of pretty great options on there.
Okay.
Like
I'm
one comic book.
If
you bought one comic book a month, huh?
My wife should be on this. I'm not sure why she's not. That's a really good deal. I had to talk to her. She has a Kindle device, by the way.
I don't know how you can have a Kindle device and not have Kindle Unlimited. But
she buys a lot on sale, but
if you buy just one comic book a month will run you about, say, $10, right? You're paying $2 more than that to read 16 comic books a month. You know what I mean? You're losing money if you're not doing it this way. Let me make that extremely clear.
I think it's a good deal. I mean, especially now you get 3 months. I mean, it's worth a try at least. Okay, we were at that point in the episode, guys, where it's App of the Week. Quasi, I'd like to you go first if you don't mind. I have mine already picked out.
Guys, this week I actually have to give it up for... Now, I don't know if they have this on Android, but the Apple Files app, specifically on my iPad, because what happened is I downloaded something from... I downloaded some photos of me playing football from the internet, right? And, like, they have this new feature where it just sits in your dock on the iPad, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So, not that it did anything, like, it didn't enhance my experience in any way, but, like, I could tap it, and, like, the photos came up in sort of, like, a rainbowish pattern, and I thought that was pretty cool, but, you know, it doesn't change the experience too much, but I think it enhances it a lot, if that makes sense. Ooh, are you talking? I can't hear you.
I did press my mute button, so unintentionally. Mine is Egg Incorporated. Quasi, I'm not sure if you ever played this game. This came out. Egg Incorporated on iOS.
I've never heard of them.
Also iPad. It's a game where you kind of run a farm, okay? Not like a farm like, Stardew Valley, but you're on an egg farm. And your goal is to have your eggs worth be way more than you could ever imagine in this game. Like, they have numbers for values that don't exist on planet Earth. If they do, it's because of them. And so it's one of those little fun games. It's one of those like idle games. It's really nice. It's pretty impressive. And this is a game that, like, it came out, I don't even know when. I had to look at the version history now because there has to be more than that. I can't believe it came out in 2023. I think it came out before that. In any case, it's a game that came out quite a bit ago. It's a pretty fun game. It's a little idle game, and it strives you to do better. And you can play with other people now, I think, at this point. And there's more farms. So, like, they constantly upgrade it. And it's just a little fun game that is not too stressful, that just allows you to have a little bit of fun. So that is my app of the week. And it has a really high rating. Over 500,000 people gave it 4.8 stars. And it's a free game that has in-app purchases, but you don't have to pay for that. Trust me to play it. It's not one of those games where it's a cash grab. It's just really fun. So it's for iPad and iPhone. And it's also on Android and everything else as well. So that's my app of the week.
Sounds good.
All right.
I have just one more thing.
What a great segment, Dave.
I just wanted to segue into the segment. Do you have anything that you want to talk about this week? I know we kind of did like the segment kind of earlier on in the video, but do you have anything else?
I do. If all goes correctly, and Apple, please make this work correctly. 1 week from today, Quasi, I should be receiving my iPhone 17 Pro Max.
I bet you're excited.
It's been a long wait. I've waited a long time, especially when, the release date for this is way long ago. And I know everybody's got past that, like, I got a new phone phase, and I haven't got that yet. So I'm excited to get this. We'll let you know on the podcast how that is, for sure. And Quasi, I know you mentioned that you want to get new AirPods potentially and new Apple Watch. Have you gone with that route yet?
So the thing is, I was looking at it. The only thing that's really different about the AirPods is the new shape and the heart rate sensor. So I think I'm going to hold off on buying new AirPods until my birthday, right? Kind of treat myself. My birthday's in about a month at this point because we are almost in October. Well, we'll be in October when the episode releases.
Same here.
So,
okay.
You will also be in October when the episode releases. That's pretty cool. But what was I trying to say? As far as the Apple Watch goes, I've been rocking with this one for a minute now. I don't know why I didn't turn it on right there. For the
Ultra quiz.
Ooh, no. For the Series 10 or 11. Probably the 11. I'm leaning more towards the 11. I like it. I like the design. I think it's slimmer. I don't like the design of the Apple Watch Ultra. I think it's big and bulky, and I think it just doesn't look like much of a watch to me.
Do you understand that at one point the Series 10 was larger than the Ultra?
Correct.
Okay, so the big and bulky is what you're going with still.
But like, you gotta understand, the frame of the Apple Watch Ultra, it just doesn't fit my needs, my use cases. Because I wear a watch more for style.
And it looks incredibly wonderful. I mean, awesomely wonderful. Go ahead and can you pull up the Apple Watch Ultra 3 really quick?
I'm actually like already on it. Fun fact.
Go ahead and share your screen. I do not understand how one could even say that out loud.
It's very simple. I just don't like it.
Go ahead and pull a picture.
I like
where it's
the
not
edge
like
to edge.
There you go. Go back one. How is that not appealing to anybody that has a face?
Well, you got to look at it. This watch. What is this video? I just like the borders of this watch more than I like the borders of this watch. Like this little area right here.
It's just
that's exactly what I need. I need plain.
But look at the Ultra 3.
Look at this sleek design. Oh, it's so sleek. It's so beautiful.
I go to the Ultra 3. Look right there. That's perfect image. How does that not look incredible to you?
Don't like this right here. I just don't like it.
Okay, to each his own, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying my opinion is the correct opinion. I'm just saying I think a lot of people would agree with me.
I think you're wrong. That's just my opinion. Is that what?
This guy looks sort of like D'Angelo Russell. No matter.
Could be. 42 hours of battery life. My gosh.
Why would I ever need anything less than 42 hours of battery life? You know what I mean? Like that's got to be the baseline.
That's just nice.
No, it is nice. Let me stop being sarcastic. It is really nice. I've actually never looked at an Apple Watch tech specs before. This is a first for me. Like, we're doing this live.
I'll say this. This is the one gripe I had about the Apple Watch. If you do, like, a restore or wipe, and you're setting up from scratch, and once you pair it, it takes it seems like an eternity. Like, you could have lunch, and it's still not done yet. I don't care which watch you have. Fun. I wish it was just faster. Once it's in the OS, it's great. It's fast, and it's not a problem at all. But just that part of it, I think they use 18% of the CPU and resources that it has. I don't know why they do that.
They're just not using anything at all.
No, they're not. Like, seriously, like, here's my example of that. When I went to Orland Park to get my Apple Watch fixed, they said to reset, right? So I did that.
Right.
Crazy. 5 minutes until I got to where we're at now, it finally got done resetting. Not resetting. The resetting was faster to pair it. So once you used to look at the load
that process does take absolutely forever.
Why?
Like
seriously, why? Like, you better that's why they say put in the charger, because it's going to die before it's done with that.
Most likely, yeah. It actually might take the entire day. I'm not being sarcastic.
Seriously. But it took over 35 minutes for this part to get done. That's not acceptable, Apple. Come on now. Seriously. It's time to fix that. The OS, so once you're in it, it's a way better experience than that. So it's just a weird thing. Any case, man, Kwesi, we had this goal of having our episodes reduced, and we did not do that today at all. We're over an hour now.
Ooh. Guys,
so
it starts next week. Next week.
Next week is a great day for that. It's okay.
And then if we go over next week, then it starts the week after that. Trust.
It's always another week. Okay. Well, everybody, thank you so much for listening to our podcast.
Wait, Adam, wait. Go to YouTube and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok. Do all the things that we know we're supposed to do. We need, guys, I'm gonna level with you. Our views are our views. If there's something that we're doing wrong, but if there is, and there's stuff that you'd like to see, let us know. You know,
that's what we want. Like, we're here to help you guys. In this decline. So, sorry, that did not sound right. We're here to listen to your feedback to make this a better experience for you if we're doing worse. So please let us know.
Because we're out here, we're still new to this, right? We've been doing this for about 3 months. There's obviously things that we can improve every time, but unless we're getting that feedback,
More than 3 months,
we won't know
Quasi.
how to do it.
We started this a long time ago. Oh yeah, this will be our 26th episode.
Was March not 3 months ago?
We started this.
What's 26 divided by 4?
When was our first episode released? Now, why am I
six and a half months. 6.5 months ago.
Our very first episode
was in March. Take your time.
No, April 16th.
Yeah, it was in April, like I was saying, because April's definitely the month right before or right after March.
Just say. So yeah, in April, that's when we first started this. Quasi, this is something that it's part of the One More Things segment. Can you go to your podcast app for Apple Podcasts really quick?
Let's take a look here.
That's the last thing, guys, and I promise we'll end the episode, okay? And I don't understand this for a second.
Okay, I'm there.
So go to our podcast.
What do you think it opened to? It doesn't open to anybody else's podcast.
Okay, so if you look at the episode list, Quasi, do you see like the actual podcast cover per episode?
Entire screen.
They get like the all episodes. Okay, you see that right there. The list shows the actual covers that are made. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, when you play the episode, that cover absolutely is not what it shows at all. It's like the show cover. Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, watch my phone.
A baby's heart is beating.
So loud.
Wait,
my phone.
To right now?
That's an ad.
Oh, that's no, it's not. That's when we were doing the whatchamacallit. You know what I mean? Oh, yours looks different than mine.
What? Yeah, I see not that at all, but I do see in the list of episodes, I see it there, like it should be. So I don't see the right cover when I go to watch the episode whatsoever.
Very odd.
But it's on your phone. Does it do that on your phone?
On my phone? Mine personally?
Yeah.
Let's take a look here.
Because I have to reach out to Apple.
Podcast app is I kind of just use this little widget here to listen to the two podcasts. Like I haven't opened my podcast app in forever. No, I'm getting the same thing. But I low-key like this though.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying is we're making
a lot of work into
a cover and it's not even showing it.
Show.
But your Mac, it does.
Does it not show on CarPlay?
Oh, CarPlay, it's definitely on my phone. So it's the exact same like standard base cover. I just want to show what like your Mac does what it's supposed to do, but not the iPhone, and I don't know why. I might ask Apple that. It's not like the worst thing that could ever happen, but I wonder if it's just me it's happening to. So for the audience, if that's happening to you on the Apple Podcast, please let us know in Discord and give us some examples of this so we can send it to Apple. Please and thank you. All right, guys. Thanks again. Please like and subscribe to all of our platforms, including YouTube and Discord. We did not meet our goal last week of getting 5 people to join. Let's get, now we're going to up it. I want 10 people for this week before we record next time to get this Discord
If we don't get
popping.
10 people, we're not recording. Simple as that. Okay, I might not be able to hold that. But, hey, the threat still stands.
Those ads, Quasi, want us to record every week, you know?
Adam.
Okay.
It's going to be by fire or by force that these people will join the Discord.
We got to get this Discord popping. All right, guys. Thanks again for listening. Any comments or questions in there. And don't forget the Ask OMT because we want to bring up those questions during the podcast and live answer them for you. Okay? So thanks again for following us. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week.
Great week, guys.
Thanks. Bye.